All right, this is the only hypothetical question you need to determine if someone actually cares about the truth and whether or not you're wasting your time or not with them. So the hypothetical, but first remember the hypotheticals are used to determine what people truly value, not what they say they value. So the hypothetical is this: if God or the thing that infallibly knows what is true says that the most offensive, unacceptable thing to a person is true, would that person accept it? An example: if God said Hitler was right, which is the most unacceptable, offensive thing, would you accept it? If the person says yes, then you know they care about the truth. If they say no, then you know they don't care about the truth. Why is this? Because this shows that they're denying the truth. If our hypothetical is saying this, that God, who is all knowing, all perfect, all correct, cannot lie, etc., we know beyond a shadow of a doubt that this thing is telling the truth, that what we're using is telling the truth, right? If that thing comes up and it comes out and says X is true, whatever X is, if you deny X, you do not care or accept the truth. You value something else over truth. What is true is true. If someone denies the truth, they do not care about the truth. All right, is this making sense? I'm going to actually lay out an even simpler example. So the example is this. Premise one: if God, or an all-knowing perfect machine that cannot lie, says X is true, whatever X is, okay? If they say X is true and you deny X, you deny the truth. Okay, it's very simple deductive reasoning. We can see the two premises in the conclusion. All I'm saying is to actually see if someone cares about the truth is replace X with says Hitler was right. Okay, something super offensive, because we're using this offense to really dig deep into the person. We're trying to figure out, okay, do you actually, what happens when truth gets uncomfortable? Are you going to accept it? What happens when truth goes against society? What happens when truth goes against everything you've ever been told or taught or know, right? What happens when truth makes you lose all your friends and your family and your social standing and your job or anything else? What happens when X is that, when the truth is that, right? Are you going to accept the truth? Who knows? That's why I'm saying, for our example, the most offensive, unacceptable answer or example to most people is saying Hitler was right, right? Most people deny that. They hate that. But if God, or an all-knowing perfect machine that cannot lie, says that Hitler was right, and you deny that, you deny truth in this hypothetical example, okay? I don't want to keep repeating myself. I think this is very clear and understandable. If you don't get it, you don't get it. All right, bye.